what was the most egregious, what was the most awful video he's posted?
Yeah, actually a lot on his TikTok, I would say. Most of his TikTok will be like, because he say that he's autochthone, Aboriginal person. He say that he's Algonquin, Abenaki.
Okay.
So most of this TikTok video is like, oh, what do you say this in your native language? Well, fine, that is fine. It's educational and I have nothing trouble with that. But when he's come with laughing at burning churches, talking about Antifa and questioning him about Antifa, afterwards using students, put some over mask and doing some dance in the school. Afterwards, we have some video where he is dancing with Quebec Solidaire, one of the political party from Quebec. And there is tons of that. Or as well, the video where he is saying on one of the video, "Welcome to Canada. We have been built on genocide."
Unbelievable. You know, Alexa, so many examples there. I think the worst is that business of laughing about Catholic churches being burnt to the ground. One of the most overlooked, underreported stories of last year. Mm-hmm. And it speaks, Alexa, to the double standard. If those were mosques being burnt to the ground or Hindu temples, and you posted a jovial video, isn't that so funny? Look at these mosques being burnt to the ground. Could you imagine the outcry? But when it comes to Christianity, the media sees no story here.
Yeah, and the fact is, a lot of people knew already who was Xavier Watteau. The fact that he was an activist before. We saw a lot of video of him like being in kind of protest, but leftist protest, like wokist protest. He is really involved in so many bad events that happened in the past. And as well, like when he caught the election board on the school property, that just shed the light that, okay, this is a really woke teacher who are spreading into the children. And he tell in the video, I'm doing some positivism, leftism on my student. And he agree with it. And he is not ashamed of that. He's actually proud of doing that.
Unbelievable. And, you know, that's what we do see in schools in Western democracies, that this is a form of Marxism, I think, Alexa. And a tenet of Marxism is to tear down the existing society and build it back up as a Marxist utopia, which never happens when you look at the history of communism in the world. But it's disturbing. I mean, if he was, at the town square preaching this, that's one thing. But he's in a position of power and influence with these children. And it's kind of like, what they say when it comes to either Marxism as an ideology or on Madison Avenue, when they're selling beer, get them young, get them forever. And that's what's happening here, I think, Alexa. More indoctrination of our kids so they grow up, in a sense, to be like him.
Yeah, but in the same time, most of the school, especially in the province of Quebec, have turned in the left side. And we can see it with the abolish the police that we saw in the agenda on one of the schools in Montreal that I report on that. And a lot of teachers agree that, yes, you have like a movement of leftism in school, but you will need to agree that leftist people are more easy to control than the people on the right. And so for the society, it's always better to have people who want to be more leftist than the right.
No, and I think you're onto something. And I think, Alexa, this has been a long game plan of the left. We're going back 50 or 60 years when this stuff wouldn't be tolerated, but slowly, ever so slowly, more leftists creeped into schools, universities, the justice system, policing even, politics, of course. And this is now becoming the norm. I find it frightening.
Yeah, but it's the left are taking over politics, especially in Quebec. Like 4 party is mostly left and 1 is on the right. on the school, on the media side, everything have been turned left. And the people who are in the right now, they are conspirationists.
Yes.
They are troublemaker.
Yep.
They are the person that we need to discredit and to jail.
Hey folks, that was an excerpt from my show, Rebel Roundup. Now, to get the full meal deal, why not go to Rebel News Plus, sign up, and never miss a Rebel News Plus show in the future.